everybody, I'm coming to you from my backyard. Yes, I haven't really done this before. Most of these President Blake videos have all been in my room, but I figured I'd change it up. It's so nice out, plus the backyard is a place to have plenty of fun during a time like this. But we're not here to talk about my boring backyard. We're here to talk about the amazing news we have this week. We're gonna have a hilarious fish-themed joke at the end of the video. Make sure you watch the whole thing so you understand why it's about fish. And also, we get another special news report from Vice President Lauren. But now let's head to the news. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I hope all you did yesterday was make all your moms feel loved for all the hard work they put in to homeschooling you, because it is hard. And in other news, this is a week that I have loved for a long time, because this is the week that starts the annual Lake Spokane Elementary Fishing Derby! Now, do not worry. The Fishing Derby is not a fishing contest. No, the Fishing Derby, well, the name doesn't exactly make sense because it's not a race. It's more of a food drive with the extra fun contest involved. Because you see, the contest part is every student that goes to LSE has automatically been entered into a drawing, and 6 lucky winners will each win their own fishing pole, like my brothers right here. Shout out to Jude. Now, you do not have to do this to win, but this should encourage you, while waiting to see if you won, to donate to a box in the school. Any non-perishable food items will be allowed so that they can be stored and they'll be given to the Tum Tum food pantry. This has been going around ever since I went to the school, probably before that, but I really enjoy the whole drawing part. I always think that's super cool that you can win a fishing pole. I just think it's an awesome way to have some fun during quarantine, and I really think you guys should try it out. It's more fun to fish than it sounds. In other news, if you haven't yet sent an encouraging email to a teacher or maybe even a gift of some kind, you can still do that. All teachers would love to hear from their students. Any type of encouraging email would be awesome. Teachers would love to hear that students are still remembering them even when they're not in class. It would be an amazing thing to do and just a good act of kindness to show to your teacher. But now my shift has ended, so I'm going to give the news portion over to Vice President Lauren.
Hi Mustangs, this is Lauren again, and I'm here to announce all of April's Mighty Mustangs in case you didn't get to see the video. If you were chosen, you can stop by the school during office hours and pick up your prize and certificate. The teachers will do another Mustang assembly at the end of May. Congratulations to all these students. In kindergarten, from Mrs. Thompson's class is Luke. From Mrs. Stockard's class is Jackson P. From Mrs. Arata's class is Jacob C. From Mrs. Murphy's class is Lorelei M. In first grade, from Mrs. Clockerty's class is Hayden H. From Mrs. Pamonte's class is London K. From Mrs. Williamson's class is Marcus L. From Mrs. Swankera's class, Riley W. In second grade, from Mrs. Nagel's class, Logan I. From Mrs. Paulson's class, Ethan E. From Mrs. Best's class, Ariana W. In third grade, from Mrs. Frank's class, Braden M. From Mrs. Apelli's class, Cohen. From Mrs. Larson's class is David K. In fourth grade, from Mr. Hannon's class, Lacey L. From Mrs. Torgerson's class, Justin S. From Mrs. Hanson's class, Natalie M. Moving on to fifth grade, from Mrs. Fuller-Lockhead's class, Julian Y. From Mrs. Zannion's class, Taylor W. From Mr. Leffler's class, Jackson G. And we have a few more Mustangs to announce. From Mrs. Jones' class, Zoe S. In Mrs. Apelli's class. From Mrs. Godinez's class, Percy H. From the other Mrs. Jones' class, Elijah S. In Mrs. Best's class. From Mrs. Moore's class, Creedon. Great job, everyone!
Thank you for that, Vice President Lauren. But now it's time to get to my personal favorite segment of Monday morning announcements, and that is the joke of the week. this week's joke is, what kind of music do you listen to while going fishing? Take this second to make a guess. I'm going to answer in 3, 2, 1. Here's the answer. Well, you see, the thing is, you can listen to anything that's catchy. Are you laughing? I don't think you... They're not laughing. Why can't I come up with good jokes? Anyways, that was this week's Monday morning announcements. Thank you all for being here to witness me give these announcements in my backyard. And I will see you all next week. In other news, if you haven't yet sent a happy email or... Yesterday was Mother's Day. Oh, come on!